Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Intuitive Receipts. Getting ready to do your reading, Gemini. I hope that this video finds you well. I am super sorry, you guys. I didn't get a video out last week. I do tarot out in public. I have a mobile boutique out here in Arizona, so come find me at any of the amazing, many events that we have and we attend. And get your cards read there for absolutely free. Love everybody. That sounds fine. Says hi. Where I'll be reading next, all that information in the description box, how to book a personal reading, order my salsa, any of that stuff in the information. I am also live every Tuesday from 8 till about 10-ish, 10:30, doing all 12 zodiac signs. So lots of other ways to get a hold of me and get a reading. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get a video up for you, but let's do it now. All right, guys, you know the drill. It's general. Just take what resonates, leave the rest for whoever needs to hear it. Real quick disclaimer for the YouTube gods. I'm a stressed but blessed mom of 5. I got crazy kiddos, some cats. I cuss, I sing, I say all the things that tarot brings, and I won't sugarcoat a thing. So let's do it. All right, this is going to be for last week of June, going into July 2023, please, for the Geminis. What do we got for the collective? What do we got? Okay. We're going to do a Celtic cross, pull some clarifiers, some oracles towards the end. So go ahead and grab a snack. Come on back and let's go. All right, your current energy. What do we got? What are we doing? How are you looking? What's going on? What's going on for Geminis? What do we have? We have that Knight of Pentacles. Love that energy. The 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You know the value of your pentacle. You know where and when and if you should take it or give it or be even open and receptive to receiving anybody else's pentacle, their cup, their time, their money, their energy, because you know what it does and how when people pour into you and how when you pour into people, how you offer either yourself, your resources, your time, how it comes back to you. So if it's bad, energy that people are putting into you, know that it affects you negatively. If it's positive and good things that people are pouring into you, you know that it affects you positively, and vice versa. If you, holy moly, all the cards are wanting to come out, and you kind of understand that. You don't want to act foolish. Look at that. Okay, let's keep going here. What's the crossing energy, please, for the Gemini collective? What's the crossing energy here? What do we got? That 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you want balance. You want balance, and you're heading towards balance with the and the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're heading towards balance, or the more things that are balanced. You don't have the energy anymore to either continue with this person, place, thing, situation the way it's been. You're slowly setting yourself up for to go towards those things that are going to create more of that balance. What are we heavily thinking about on our mind, please, for the Gemini collective? What do we got? The Moon card. You know there's some kind of deception. There's not, man, I don't even know why I said deception. I normally never get that, but I guess with the 5 of Pentacles, you think that there's some kind of deception. I should say that. Yes, intuition. You have the Pisces kind of Cancer card, depending on who you are and how you read the Moon card as a reader. But it gives you just a little bit of the person, placing, situation you're dealing with, a little bit of the truth, a little bit of the reality. I'm only going to show you a little bit of what's going on, or that this is what's happening in a situation. And that's why you just feel like, if I'm going to be left out in the cold, if you're not going to continue, you're not going to communicate, you're not going to talk to me, you're going to play games, I want to take my pentacle elsewhere, take it where it will be valued and appreciated and understood, not having to play guessing games, or not have to wonder, not have to question what's going on with a particular person, place, thing, situation, right? All right, so let's see here. What happened in the let's see, what's the actual foundation, please? What's the foundation? What's the root? The root, we got that. Yeah, the 5 of Wands in the reverse. It went from bad to worse. It went from bad to worse. This could be a boss. This could be anybody that you're dealing with that, could play a huge role or an important piece in your life. It's really funny because I kept wanting to say the 6 of Pentacles because my mind's eye added those two up, the 1 pentacle and then the 5 here, which would bring the 6. Well, there we are. We have the 6 still imbalanced, still a person, place, thing, situation that either is just giving not enough of the nurturing and watering and caring for the particular another pentacle, because we know that one pentacle is only an opportunity. It's what you do with it, what you make of it, and how you go about caring for it. It's what happens, right? If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame the grower? And it's the same thing. You blame the environment, you blame the water, you blame the sun, you blame the shade, you blame everything else, but the actual flower. And in a sense of we need to, or when I was thinking of the Six of Pentacles, when I was talking about that in my mind's eye, adding those two up, to bring that balance, we kind of have to know, or we have to get to that realization that it might get worse before it gets better, right? You've realized, or you know, because you're constantly thinking about the moon, the lies, the illusions, the things that you want to walk away from or get some kind of distance from, but you don't necessarily feel, ready to, or maybe you're just starting to ask for some help, or you know that you're going to need some help in this situation. Okay, let's see what happened in the more recent past, please. Let's see what happened in the more recent past for the Gemini collective, please. We have a flipper, the Three of Pentacles coming out. You wanted to work on something. There was some kind of working on things. You have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We wanted to work on things. We tried to. We thought about the future. We thought about if we could put things together. If this is a relationship, there is just a lot of maybe foundational issues, things with money, things with the home, or things inside of the home. If this is your job, or the lack of an equal reciprocity within maybe an environment of work or friendship, it's just that realization that things aren't balanced, things aren't fair. Someone's giving too much to another situation, too much to their work life. Your partner could be giving too much to their work life, but you thought that if we continue to work on this, if we continue to put effort in the past, we can maybe move forward. But I think you feel more like moving forward alone on your own, and not with this individual, or away from a situation that you're dealing with. With the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and it's like false starts. It's like we get 2 steps forward, we get 2 steps, 5 steps back. We start working on something, we try to build something, and then it ends in conflict, or it doesn't go anywhere. There's lies, there's illusions, there's a lack of real honest communication about a situation. So that causes that energy of wanting to move forward and take your pentacle elsewhere, where it will be more nurtured. And if not more nurtured, or not more nurtured, but appreciated and nurtured somewhere else, it's just also just alone. You see, he's alone. He knows that there's a garden over here. He knows that if he walks over here and plants that seed, there is the potential for some amazing things to happen. But it takes, like I said, it's the potential of a situation. It takes the watering, it takes the nurturing, it takes the caring of the situation for it to fully bloom into the full potential it could be. But if you're not in an environment, or you're not with people, or you're not in a place or a job where you feel like that's really happening for you, you're never going to bloom. It's like a goldfish that stays in a small tank. I mean, people think goldfish are tiny fish, and they're not. They're just as tiny as their environment. This is exactly what I'm feeling here. Okay, let's go here. What's the near future, please, for Gemini? What's the near future for Gemini? We have that Page of Cups. You're going to get some kind of message. You're going to get some kind of, and you got that Chariot, Cancer energy at the bottom. I felt that earlier. We're Cancer season, which is beautiful. Sorry, I had to get a quick drink of water. I was talking a little fast there. But I do think you have somebody coming in, could be, like I said, a Cancer energy, but somebody that wants to offer you something that, just as a beginning, something that can be, again, the potential of something, or you just might receive a message from an individual, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. When it comes to what it is, it could be a little offer of love. It could be a, should we try to work on some things? Maybe don't walk away yet. Can we work on this? Should we, if it's a relationship, maybe some kind of counseling, therapy. I think that's healthy for every and anybody, but it's definitely, when you see the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, kind of think of a church and getting sanctuary and asking and knocking on the door and asking for help, instead of just trying to sit out in front of the church and beg for money. All right, let's see. How do you see yourself in all this? How are you seeing yourself, Gemini? How are you seeing yourself in all this situation, please? Is Gemini seeing herself in this whole situation? The High Priestess, beautiful. I think that's why I said intuition. If we go back to the beginning of the video, I said it had to be, something to do with intuition. And then I said, I don't even know why I said that. Gemini Christmas, this Cancer, you might be dealing with this Cancer. This Chariot card wants to come out. Interesting. You're seeing yourself as the High Priestess. Beautiful energy. I love the High Priestess. She's one of my most favoriteest cards. Oh, right there too. Oh my God. It's that energy of just knowing and being fully able to trust who and what you are from your core, from your soul, from your inside out. Being able to not only question the people around you, but yourself when you are doubtful, or when people, places, things, situations aren't so in believing you or into it, you don't doubt yourself. You don't doubt yourself. And that's that takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage to be able to be alone and stand in your own convictions, no matter what, to completely go against the grain from everybody. Walk those paths that are less taken. And that's a hard thing to do. It's a lonely path sometimes, but it's better to stay in this truth and your knowledge and self and being good and solid in what you know and how you know it. You know that to be better to be alone and have that ability and be confident in yourself than it is to have some fake and not be and have an audience and a group and a clique and whatever. Okay, let's see. How are you being seen? This could be by anybody, your friends, your family, your partner, whoever you exchange the most energy with recently, and then maybe in the next week or so. We have that Ten of Swords in the reverse. Somebody or something that it's a situation that doesn't seem like it feels like it's not over, but it does feel like you want to put distance between you and an individual. They, again, how are you being seen? If this is a work situation, they feel like they still can continue to go round and round with you. That maybe you aren't seeing something, that if they offer you just a little bit here and a little bit there, breadcrumbing, which is kind of that Six of Pentacles in the reverse energy, that you'll stick along, you'll stay around, you're not going to go anywhere, and it's just like, that you're willing to take an 11th sword in the back. But deep down, I feel like you do also want to put distance and space in between you and this individual, even if it's just to think. It's not like just a vacation. If you need to take a vacation from work, if you're overworked, if you're just, it's too much, maybe just go on vacation in the woods. Go to the woods. Okay. I'm really seeing go to the woods. I think you need to get grounded. I guess that's really the ultimate message that's supposed to be said. You need to get grounded. I think you're even though there's tons of pentacles here, I feel like maybe there's something that's making you not sure or making you ungrounded, not feeling like both feet are firmly planted on the ground right now. All right, let's see here. What is hopes and fears? Hopes or fears in this situation? Hopes or fears in this situation? This is there could be kids involved. I see that now at the pages. You got Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Could be 3 kids. You have 3 here. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the energy of a lot of people or a lot of really young behavior. Bottom of the deck, you have that Justice in the reverse and the Tower. Ooh, and the Hierophant. Interesting energy. You may be fearful that it will affect or change the dynamic or do something to completely derail what it is that you already have. If you make a decision to maybe walk away, or have something or address something that isn't fair or equal when you have the Justice in the reverse. It's also, oh man, you know that this person or the situation's either keeping an eye on you. You're fearful that you're not going to be able to disconnect, even if you disconnect. If it has nothing to do with kids, it's more of, that there's going to be spying issues, even if you disconnect or no longer communicate with someone. There's still access for in some way, shape, or form. They're still going to have access to you. They're still going to be able to communicate or know or see. After all those little shuffles, you still have that Justice at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. What's the overall advice / outcome, please? And then we'll get some clarifiers. What's the overall advice / outcome, please, in this situation for Gemini? I love it. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Chariot, once more throughout this reading, all the way. Oops, come on. Come on. All right, let's see. You have the Empress. I feel like you're going to make the right decision, or you're going to step into the power that you need to. Outcome slash advice is you are extremely capable of creating the reality that you want, from the smallest seed back to the potential, back to the watering, back to the nurturing. You have that capability. You see yourself as the High Priestess, and also coming in as your overall advice slash outcome is the High Priestess. We level up. We realize that if we take our pentacle and move it somewhere else, and no longer invest and not take an 11th sword like someone thinks you're willing to, or at least that's how you're looking from an outsider's perspective inside, you know that your time, your energy, your resources are better spent elsewhere. And if I nurture this seed and take it elsewhere and build elsewhere myself, I could create a whole different life and a better reality than where I'm at now. Again, whether it be take the job. Bottom of the deck, we just have the World right there. And then look at that. You have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Spirits, Universe, Guides, can we get some clarification on this reading for the Gemini Collective? What is this Knight of Pentacles about, please? What is this Knight of Pentacles about? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, a situation that it keeps you up at night. It haunts you throughout the day, throughout the night. You know that if you move forward, it might create some kind of, I think I said it earlier, I can't remember now, some kind of issues. It's going to get maybe a little bit worse before it gets better. It might not, feel like it was the right decision, but that doesn't always mean that it's not. It doesn't always mean that it's not, just because it doesn't feel like it, especially right now, since you're contemplating or trying to figure out what it is that I should do. Should I move forward? Should I take my pentacle elsewhere? Because it's keeping me up at night. The thought, the worry, the concern of what it is I should do, where I should go, is something that I have to fight. It's a constant battle in my head, in my mind, and maybe even in the actual physical world. If you have so much stress because of work, if you're overworked, if you have people or places or situations in at your co-workers or in the workplace that are just unbearable or feel like a nightmare, that's why you want to take your pentacle elsewhere, right? All right, what's this Five of Pentacles, please? What's this Five of Pentacles for crossing our Knight of Pentacles, please? What's this Five of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, you've decided that, you know what, now that I'm out in the cold, now that I've been left out in the cold, or I'm making the decision, you do want to move forward. You do want to move forward. There could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, an air sign that might be also blocking you at this time, might be creating a little bit more of a situation, or making the situation 10 times harder than what it should be. Somebody that acts swiftly, fast, they think they're correct and right, and it doesn't mean that they are not, but they come to the conclusion so quickly that they don't even give time or reason or space for something else to be true. They do believe their truth to be the most true of all, and it doesn't mean it is, right? There's somebody that believes robbing a bank just because they're true, they're broke and they're gonna go give it to the homeless. That's very nice and commendable and true, but doesn't mean you didn't break the law and do things like that. Okay, I'm sorry. That was I digress. Five, I just saw the High Priestess. That's what I was waving around. Sorry. And we have her here as your current energy, how you're being seen. And now at the bottom of the deck, we have that Five of Pentacles. This is the moment after tarot. This is where we get up, and this is a second later in tarot. What would happen if you were to continue? She eventually gets up. She eventually doesn't sit outside of the church anymore. She actually gets up, knocks on the door, because everything she needs is inside here. Everything she needs is inside this church, but it's a matter of taking action. It's a matter of asking for help. It's a matter of reaching out. It's a matter of emailing. It's a matter of actually doing something to receive the help. It won't come to you by just sitting outside of the church. It's not going to come to you by sitting still. And I think that's the most important part about the Five of Pentacles, or I love that card in particular for that reason, because it shows that it might get a little worse, but it will get get better. It will get better. All right. Heavily thinking about, we have that moon card. What is this moon card about, please, spirits? That King of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You don't want to work on this situation with this person. You don't know how to either express it. You're either keeping this to yourself. You either have information, right? You don't even need to be having a dang tarot reading. Let's just go ahead and say that with the High Priestess that's now come out twice. The moon card. You don't need a tarot reading. That's for damn sure. You know you want to walk away and not indulge or entertain or be a part of a situation anymore. In a situation, maybe with this King of Cups, bottom of the deck, we have that Three of Pentacles. Maybe with this King of Cups in the moon card, for what we're heavily thinking about is either some kind of manipulation, lies. You know, it's kind of like you went to have drinks with Bobby and Joey and Johnny, and that was fine, but you forgot to mention that you know, all the wives were there, plus your ex-girlfriend from high school, and then also your ex-girlfriend from college, and I just happened to not get invited, but everybody else did. Like, that is that oh, I forgot, oh, I didn't know, oh, it's that not quite a lie but not quite the truth, is that moon card. Only being allowed to see a situation from the light of the moon and never the sun. You know, that's who or what we're constantly thinking about with this King of Cups in the reverse, is the disappointment, their emotional reaction, how they behave when you do address them, how they overreact, and they're not getting and keeping their control of their emotions and thinking logically or or firmly, you know, with any kind of roots, you know, or solid evidence or anything like that. You know, it's just a lot of that talk and manipulation when it comes to emotions, you know, and that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about the conflict, because in the root, or why it's all going down, Five of Wands in the reverse. Let's see what this is about. Five of Wands, please, in the reverse. We have that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You said, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't worth fighting for. It may have already have gone from bad to worse in the past, and you've realized that you really truly can't work on this anymore. You may have tried to go back in the more recent past, right? In the more recent, I say recent to be like 5 seconds ago to like 3 months. And then this is more like 3 months to, you know, childhood's memory, your first one. You know, you could have decided a long time ago, I don't want to work on the situation, and then revisited or revamped it in the more recent past, and are still in that having to deal with, or there's still being conflict, or still, you know, having to deal with this person from the same version of who they were in the past. All right, let's see. What's this Three of Pentacles about for the more recent past, please? What's this Three of Pentacles about? That Ten of Wands. You got the 10, you got the 10, you have your High Priestess one more time. Something is definitely over. 10 of Wands here, moment after tarot. Again, all the wands, he tripped, he fell. He continued to walk with all of them in front of them. Instead of putting them down and seeing and taking charge, life took charge of him. You know, if you don't take charge of your life will take charge of you. You will be in autopilot, you'll be in neutral, everything and everybody will do what they want to you and for you, because you're not doing it to you or for you. The 10 of Wands says, well, eventually that way of living, we've now tripped, we fell, and you have nothing left to do but look at these one by one. You can't pick them up with just a big, you know, and say, fuck it, I won't deal with it. You have to look at them. You have to address them one by one. You have to see if a person, place, thing, situation, do I go back to school? Do I take a pottery class? Do I volunteer at the cat shelter? Like, is all this necessary for life? Is all this contributing to the stress or helping? Is this all, you know, helping or hindering a situation? But that's the forcefulness of what happens if you continue when you should let this end. Same thing with the swords. If we continue with the swords energy, again, how you're being seen by a person, place, thing, situation, whatever it is, eventually you're going to trip and fall. Eventually there's not going to be enough swords in this bag, or enough room for this, and you're going to just die. It's going to be something that ultimately gets to you to a point where you're just so overwhelmed and analysis paralysis. And that's probably already at that point. And someone thinks, oh, well, you know, they can handle it. They're mentally stable enough to do it. They've been doing it like this thus far. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. All right. What is the Page of of Cups about for this near future, please, for my Gemini collective? What is this Page of Cups about, please, for my Gemini collective? Let's see here. Perfect. We have the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah. You know, that you could be dealing with a Virgo. This is someone that knows, you know, they've gone inward. This is, if someone's coming back around, and I love the Page of Cups because it's new love. It truly is the beginning of new love. It's the beginning of something. It's the beginning of potential. Same, you know, in a sense of emotion. It's like, let's try this. Let's go grab a cup of coffee. Let's just communicate, maybe share our emotions, see who and what we are at a very, very surface, friendly, see where it goes, take our time type of energy, especially with the Hermit. I love this energy. So if you have somebody coming towards you, if this is an individual coming towards you, I'm gonna read it two different ways since it's general. We always don't have somebody coming towards us. If you do have somebody coming towards you, it is somebody that's definitely gone inwards and it's just now starting to open up. They may have been hurt. They may have been dealing with some very similar things. We saw a lot of very repeating cards. But it could be somebody, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, Virgo with the Hermit, that has already dealt with some life lessons and they don't want to repeat it with somebody that's still learning theirs. Okay, so just know that it's a brand new start of something, but a very, very beginning or light potential, just to kind of see where it goes and see where everybody's at and to test the waters. But I think that's actually the best way to do it, is to start slow, and go and see how things go, you know, and see how things go. All right. But if it's not somebody coming in your near future, this is you offering your cup. This is you saying, you know what, maybe I will, you know, put some effort towards a situation. Maybe I will put love or a little bit more emotion to something that I've backed away from, so I can try this, so maybe we can work on this. You've done some soul searching. You've done some soul searching. You've had some shit happen to you. So of course you feel like, you know, I will take it slow. I'll come at this slow. But this is the potential of either someone coming towards you or you offering your cup to someone, right? In a very small but beautiful beginning, because we're healed, because we're healing, because we're healing. But you know, you don't want to stay in healing too long. You want to get to that healed ish, you know, part where you can be a little bit of, you know, a fantastic asset or partner to, you know, or friend to somebody, all right, or a person, place, thing, situation. Okay. How you're seeing yourself is this High Priestess, please, for the Gemini collective. What's this High Priestess about, please? We have that Nine of Pentacles. She was at the bottom of the deck. I was going to bring her up, but I just felt like if she needed to come out, she was going to come out, and now she is. You know, this is trusting yourself. You do trust yourself, but you still feel like you might need evidence. You still feel like you might need to see something or hear something or read something to confirm what you're feeling. And I'm here to tell you, you don't. I'm here to tell you, you don't even need to be wasting your time on this tarot reading that you already know the dang truth. You already know what you know. Trust it. Trust it. Bottom of the deck, we have that Five of Pentacles once again. Now we have that Five of Cups, 5, 5, 10. You have 10, 10. Now we see another 10. Just, you know, when we talk about numerology, that's finishing out things. It always reduces down to 1. Right? Going back to 1, going back to center, going back to you, your number 1. At the end of the day, we can't continue to dwell on person, place, thing, situation that constantly brings up or stays or keeps us in our past or keeps us thinking about it. We need to turn around and see those 2 cups that are standing behind him, or we're going to drown in our emotions. We're going to drown, and we will be the person that's always staying in a situation that isn't good for us, or staying at a job, or staying with friends, or staying, you know, with your family, even though you can't stand them, just because they're family type energy. All right, let's see here. That 10 of Swords. Again, sorry about the crazy kiddos. 10 of Swords, please, about how you're kind of being seen by people, places, things, situations. We have that Page of Swords. Interesting. Is in a fear position. Hope or fear position is kind of like, you know, you're still going to have someone watching, and you're still going to have connections. You're still going to have some kind of tie to a person, place, thing, situation. Earlier I mentioned it could be a child that ties you to a situation or a person or a relationship, or it could be just the fact that there is, you know, still some way that they have access to you, so you still feel like maybe you can't be your true self, or you can't be solid, or your solid, true, authentic self all the time, because somebody's still watching or something like that. Somebody's still keeping an eye on you. It doesn't matter if you block them. I get how that goes. Doesn't matter if you block them. They'll send you a fucking Venmo with a message. Whatever, man. Whatever pays the bills. I'm just kidding. But that, yeah, okay. Moving forward. Sorry, that's seriously, that can be that energy, because in the fear position, it means that it's a prominent position. In the hope position, it would be you hoping for someone to stalk you, which I don't feel that's going to be it. But we're going to take a look and see exactly what this Page of Swords is about. Okay, Alicia, you silly goose. Okay. 2 cards wants to come out. We have yeah, that's why that's in the fear position. Bottom of the deck, Lovers, Gemini, Libra, or Gemini energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with this 5 of Swords. Okay, let's look at it if I can pick them up. You have that Page of Swords. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse in our hope, in our fear position. What are we fearful of? This person's going to continue to be able to manipulate you, have access to manipulate you, and not get out of your energy. Just be very vengeful, be very selfish, be very in and out, not only in and out, but when we are, it's personally attacking. Just somebody that doesn't have not only their best intentions for themselves, definitely not for you. Bottom of the deck, we just had the Lovers, Gemini energy in the reverse, coming out of La La Land, realizing that, oh shit, this is not what I thought. It's kind of the energy of like, how you wish and you wish for that, like, please do not take this if this isn't your fucking thing. This is just a stupid example popping into my head. Okay, don't come for me. Those people, we all got a friend with a jealous boyfriend, or jealous dude, or super jealous girlfriend, or a brother, whatever it is. We just know somebody in a really jealous relationship, but they kind of wanted it. They kind of like it. They kind of think it's cute and funny. Well, it finally got to the point where it's no longer cute and funny. It's no longer funny. If you, me, and this person were playing in the game of life and the game of love, somebody's winning at all costs, no matter what it took. Lying, manipulation, being in and out, passionate, being very much just not the best energy for somebody you would like to have in your life, or allow them to have access. So in the position of the fear, you do have that. And it's kind of like, well, shit, this went from bad to worse. And when I say bad to worse, we have that 5 of Swords, we have that 5 of Wands, and then going to worse, meaning the 5 of Swords, right? What turned into maybe friendly competition, or friendly, or just, simple, like I said, jealousy, or fighting, or, that kind of what we thought was cute is now no longer cute. Okay. All right, let's see here. What is the Empress for the overall advice energy? What is this Empress about, please? All right, and we'll grab some Oracle cards. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you've made it this far, I absolutely love you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support. Y'all are amazing. Okay, what's this Empress about? That's 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, guys. This is a lot of conflict. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the decks. You're going to have to really defend who you are. You're going to get to a point where people, this person, place, situation, whatever it is going to be coming for you hard. And you are getting prepared, I think, for it. You know that you have this in you to continue to fight, battle, and not back down from anybody. Wow. Well, you have the Empress here twice. You're here, you have just in those far. I just like to look at those 4 and then be good. And I just saw 33:44 when I looked at the clock. Queen of Wands, you have the Emperor, 8 of Pentacles, and the Empress. Trying to decide on what we need to do to work on the kingdom. Because at the end of the day, having an equal balance, an equal beautiful counterpart, everybody at the same page, everybody understanding things and understanding how the way of the world works, it's a very beautiful dynamic if you can find that, if you can do that. But don't don't wait for anybody to get there, and don't stay at a level that doesn't get you there just because somebody else isn't. This is defending yourself, defending your glow up, defending who you are, defending your status, defending your crown, defending what you are at your core. And that's a beautiful thing. This is taking care of it, and doing the hard work, and fighting for what it is that you truly, honestly love, believe in, and want out of this life. And you're not going to let anybody derail you. You're not going to let the chicken heads, the scratching noises, you're not going to let any of that stuff get to you right now, because you're set in this. It's a beautiful energy. Just continue to know that you deserve to be there, and don't fucking listen to anybody if they tell you otherwise. Okay, let's get some oracle messages. This is from this beautiful deck I don't even know anymore. I got it so long ago, and it just like a one-off thing that I saw on Etsy. So let's go here. It's a love oracle messages. What do we have here? We have forbidden love. Forbidden love is a love that can last a lifetime but hurt the most. Ouch. Yeah, that's that. Let's see what else we got. I love this. I love this deck. It's a very old worldly feel, because it's like, you see how she's on one side of the fence and he's on the other side, but they're kissing anyways. You know they're not supposed to be. Oh, geez. Okay, let's see. What else do we got going on, please, for the Gemini Collective? What else? Live in harmony. True love is about growing as a couple, learning about each other, and never giving up on each other. Wow, that's crazy, as we just literally sit here and talk about forbidden love. If it does not have to do with anybody, again, this is general, it can be in any way, shape, or form. The truest love, the best love, is fucking self-love. All right, so if that is ultimately the one you want to grow, and grow for yourself first and foremost before you become a couple with anything. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, your job ain't going to know how to love you. Your coworkers aren't going to know how to love you. Your kids aren't going to know how to love you. Your husband, your mom, your dad, your wife, your brother, your sister, your roommate, nobody will. And love is everything. Love is all around us. Love is these cards. Love is everything that you can possibly give and hold and exchange in a beautiful, positive, creative, inventive way. It's a fantastic, beautiful thing, and it's a choice. We choose it, and it ultimately is what can change who or what we are, and our day. And a smile from a complete stranger is love, regardless of how simple it is. It's the smallest act of love, and then there's massive ones, but love and self-love is the first and foremost one that you need to learn before you can understand who and what to give love to. Okay, all right, that's enough on that. One more, please. One more. Ooh, someone craving for you. There is nothing more beautiful on earth than pure love. There is nothing so blightening as lust. So blightening, when I looked up the word, it is like ruining, rotting in a sense. So nothing ruins things more than lust. Like I just said, the whole thing with the love being first and foremost coming to you, because if you can't tell the difference between love and lust, it's going to be a very, very confusing way to understand if someone is lusting or loving over you. This is kind of saying that there is a person, place, thing, situation. You kind of have two of those cards, and it looks like there could be more there. Again, more towards that self-love and not necessarily giving to anybody else. Okay, one more Moonology, and then I'll let you guys go. Again, thank you so much for everything, all the support. Oh, and the donations. I'm so blessed. I got a really amazing donation. Thank you. I just got to say thank you to everybody, because I don't know who it came from or what sign or which one. So I just want to say thank you, because I keep forgetting to add it to the videos. So thank you. you. If it was, I don't know. Thank you. Okay. New romantic cycle. New romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I love that. We just had this whole thing about something new. Bottom of the deck here, it does say, don't deny your feelings. You can't stop the feelings you have for someone. You can't lie to yourself either. Your heart knows the truth all too well. All right, let's see here. Time to breathe out. Dismissal moon. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So this is like almost like a third quarter moon, I think, which is like the very last of before it goes to the full moon, making it the completion of a cycle. Bottom of the deck, you have meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. You have 3 new moons here. That's actually really pretty energy. New moon, your hard work's paying off. Whatever it is that you are doing and working towards, again, your whole outcome was exactly that. Your hard work is paying off, becoming this empress. Just don't let anybody make you feel like you got to take them, wait for them, bring them along this glow up, because this is the ultimate, male or female, it doesn't matter. There's no gender in Taylor. This is the ultimate glow up that we can be, the queen of all queens, the embodies every element of it and understands it down to its fundamentals, down to its core, and expresses and teaches that to them and theirs. Okay. All right, beautiful Geminis. Thank you so much for everything, your support, and I will be back next week. You can find any information you need about me, where I'll be reading public next, and my link trees. But until then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.